the plight of Ukraine's abducted children. I want to bring in now Travis Weber. He's FRC's Vice President for Policy and Government Affairs. Travis, thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Jody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable what's taking place here. Give me real quickly your thoughts. Where do we stand on this whole issue? And are there other places that we're seeing similar things take place besides just Russia?
Yeah, and it's interesting hearing Chelsea speak. What struck me is the gravity of the situation, the heaviness. You can feel, as she said, God's heart for these children. And so, it's really significant for us to be understanding this through the lens of how God has instructed us in Scripture, right? That we have to remember the family is a governing unit. Parents are given by God the governing authority for their children. And I think sometimes we slip into viewing the family as just a way that civil government can look at it as a social, ordering element, as another piece of society. That's not how God views it. As you know, we often grapple with issues of parental rights here, other questions around the family and marriage. And this issue shows us the importance of the family as a governing unit instituted by God everywhere around the world. In this case, Ukraine, you see the tearing of that fabric. So it helps us understand the importance of it and what we're defending. As Chelsea mentioned, our follow-up is to continue to engage the administration on this and Congress where we can and highlight the opportunity that the president has to defend family in this case, along with faith and freedom around the world as he engages with other government leaders in bilateral discussions.
Well, it's just stunning to me how massive of an issue this is. It's just going under the radar.
Yeah.
And virtually no media outlets are dealing with it. So this is at minimum a huge issue to pray about.
It is. There's so much news out there, right? Sometimes we can go on Google or just go to our place where we take in the news, and we're overwhelmed by the number of stories, the number of things that we feel we might have to grapple with. But this is where I feel it's so important for people of God to pray and say, Lord, what do you want me focused on? What do you want me engaged on? And as the Lord leads, we engage, because this is ultimately God's work. He will defend. He has roves the earth to search out injustice, and we know he will bring an ultimate accounting. So we're just helping shed light on these things from his perspective.
Travis, just about a minute left. All right, so give us your 30,000-foot perspective. Yeah. What else is happening around the world in terms of family issues?
So this is important, I believe, because if we zoom out, we have the president here dealing with a conflict, really a regional, almost global conflict. This is a family issue in the midst of that conflict. So I think we have to be cognizant of what other opportunities to defend family, faith, and freedom are happening in other instances, right? So you look at the deal with DRC Congo and Rwanda. There you have, in that region, there are attacks by Islamist groups against Christians. We need to defend religious freedom in the midst of that discussion. There are shifts in Bolivia recently, a new election bringing in a conservative administration. Might be opportunities to defend faith, family, freedom down there. In China, in the Asia region, human rights, religious freedom issues in North Korea. In China, there's a lot of turmoil with South Korea right now, questions about religious freedom even in South Korea. So I think these are just some examples of faith, family, and freedom around the world. As things shift, as there's a new order coming in globally, we need to watch and to pray.
Wow. So much to deal with. Thank you so much, Travis Weber, FRC's Vice President for Policy and Government Affairs.